Righteousness exalted the nation. Shalom. The Ten Commandments. These are...
Good morning, great rising. Good morning, great rising and divine new day. Happy Venus Day and welcome to the Spiritual Digest. We're here to digest the spiritual information of the cosmos and the universe, as well as our modern society that we live in. Let me close the window car, too noisy out there. So yeah, we're back today and we're discussing the topic of unlocking our spiritual potential, finding our spiritual keys. Now, you may notice in the title of the clip, what do you call it, the image shot of the video or whatever, I have this key, this skeleton key. And these keys can be used in many ways if you're aware of how to activate them and unlock their potential. See these skeleton keys here? We've got another one here with Ephesians 6:19 on the side, which is from the Bible. And that's a good one actually. I'll get into that in a minute. But unlocking your spiritual potential, it requires work, you know? It requires study and understanding and overstanding. You know, first you have to understand and overstand yourself. Know who you are, where you've been, where you came from, and what makes you you. You know? What makes you a part of the society? How do you fit into this world? What are your goals, your dreams? What's your inner passion? You know? Look at each chakra. Each chakra's point from your third eye to your root chakra, from your crown to your root chakra, from your stellar gateway chakra above your head down to your soul star chakra, your earth star chakra, I should say, down to your earth star chakra below your feet. Because our energy is bigger than our bodies. Our bodies are just the container of the spirit, of the soul. But our energy projects outside of our body. Now, if you've ever looked at the heart energy and seen videos or any talks or any videos or any documentaries about the energy of the heart and how the heart projects the energy outside of the body that other people can feel, and you understand that all our energies are the same. Not just the heart, but so is your solar plexus, your third eye, your crown, everything. Your aura projects out of your body to a certain degree, depending on your spiritual ability, your development, your ability, and level of spiritual attainment. So keep that in mind. So to unlock your spiritual potential, you must do the research, understand the principalities of this world, this society, the principalities of different religions and religious organizations. If you see many advanced spiritualists, a lot of them have been to at least 1, 2, or 3 different religions before becoming a spiritualist, you see? Because it takes understanding of what a religion actually is. Not even understanding, the experience you gain from being a part of a religion will bring a concept to your mind of what the true nature of spirituality is. If you're spiritually inclined, that is. But if you're just following the trends and following the crowd, trying to be saved, trying to be, you know, find somebody to save you, it won't work like that. The thing is, in the spiritual world, in this day and age, it's all about saving yourself. We have to save ourselves now. There's nobody here to save us, you know? Even the best spiritualist won't save you unless you are ready, you know? If you're ready to save yourself, then you do anything within your nature to get out of this fight and flight. Because we want to save ourselves from the pain, the struggle, and the strife. Why do you think you need saving? Why do you even think you need spirituality? Are you attuned to spirituality? And what I said earlier about being involved with a religion, not all of us need to be involved with religion. Some of us are aware enough, have lived enough lifetimes, and been around the block enough to know from birth the true nature and desires of religions and religious organizations. So we don't need to waste our life being a part of a church, for example, or joining any other organization just so we can acquire experience points and knowledge and information. Do that from home. Go home and read some holy texts. Read the Quran, read the Bible. You read the what's that one messed me up. I'm not even gonna try, forget it. But read some holy texts, some holy books, some scriptures, and see what you learn. Because most of these books are really tales and historical events which have been diluted or reconstituted to kind of give us a ideology to follow, For example, the Bible with Genesis and all the other books in the Bible. A lot of them are historical tales, but they've been manipulated so that when we look into these texts, it's like we get confused. We don't understand the full, true nature of things. And they want it like that because confusion is the best way to get people into your organization. Because if someone's confused, then they're going to need someone to teach them and tell them what's the truth. Tell them what it means. Now, this is why people run to holy men, holy women, priests, and so on, because they are meant to be the ones with the knowledge and wisdom that we desire. Because it's really hard in the society to figure things out and know what's real and what's fake. But when you tune into your spiritual nature, your essence, your energy, and go with what resonates with you, then you begin to become more aware, more tuned in to the frequencies. So when I mean frequencies, I mean the energies, what's being pumped out into the atmosphere. But most importantly, when it comes to unlocking your spiritual potential, finding your spiritual keys is about tapping into yourself, because all of these outside influences, as we will call them, they're all there to kind of project their ideology. Now, there's no one true ideology, no one true religion. All religions are a piece of the puzzle to some extent, some more so than others. But when we're getting into the truth and wisdom of reality, we have to remember who we are. That means looking at your family, your past, your history, your ancestry. If you're able to go that far back into your ancestry, or very far back, then you're on the right path, Some of us may not be able to access certain parts of our ancestry, and that's okay. Because the first step to spiritual awareness and enlightenment is connecting to spirit too. I say first step, but one of the steps along the way is connecting to spirit, So that means your spirit guides, your ancestors, and any spirits that walk with you for your beneficial needs, for your benefit, for your growth, for your elevation, for your potential. Those benevolent spirits that walk with you to keep you in check and to protect you. This is what it's all about. So when it comes to finding your spiritual keys and unlocking your potential, start with yourself, your ancestors, your spirit guides, your family. Know who you are, what you're about, where you came from, your history. What did your grandparents do? What did your great-grandparents do? What did your great-great-grandparents do? Aunties and uncles and all sorts. Was there anybody in your family who was spiritually gifted, or you just knew things? When you're growing up, or you're around your grandmother or your grandfather or whatever, did they give you any wisdom that you thought, any folklore, any folk tales that you thought, this is interesting, because growing up you hear things like, for example, don't step on a crack when you're walking down the street because it'll bring you bad luck, or something like along those lines. All these little things are all little spiritual guides and tips to help us navigate this world. We learn from our elders and our communities. Unfortunately these days, our communities are all full of nonsense, full of the 3D natures and what they want us to be. But it's all down to you and your perception, because your perception is key. Your perception of reality is what will change your reality. Your mind is your master, not anybody else. God done the work. He gave us this universe, put us on this planet, some of us. He gave us the universe, and through other means, we've ended up on different planets. So we've ended up on Earth, we've ended up here or wherever. But we're here now on this planet. Let's focus on that. So now we're here on this planet. What God has created here was a planet of learning and development, but it's becoming now a school of prison. It's like a prison planet, a planet where we're just being used as a source of energy to feed the system, to feed the matrix, and to keep the system running and going. Now, we don't want that. We want our freedom, If you look all around you in society, it's like there's hardly any freedom. You've got governments in control. You can't even control the cost of living. How is our governments fucking up the money in the country, and they're making us, the ones with no power, responsible? If they was really doing their job, we wouldn't have to face them at that, because they'll make sure they can see from their actions. These are meant to be experts, who hire experts, who have a team of experts who analyze everything. There are so many organizations you can predict what's coming in the future through trends and all of these analytics that they collect from us on a daily basis. Now, you mean to tell me the government didn't see a recession coming? I saw the recession coming. I'm not even a politician. I'm not even in those circles. It's just basic common sense. And then whilst all of this is happening, we're sitting there wondering about how we're going to pay the gas and electric. Now, electric companies have been making major profits over the last couple of years, since the pandemic, since the oil scandal, since prices have gone up for power, electricity and all of that stuff, gas. Now, we are the ones paying the costs. They've made major profits, more profits, higher profits ever recorded in history. And they're telling us there's a what do you call it, a cost of living crisis. So they can't go to these large organizations and say, hey, motherfucker, you're doing a bit much now, You've made all this money off these people, now give something back to the communities. No. They're just telling us it's a what do you call it? It's a recession. Now I know I've digressed a bit, and this video's gotten lots longer than I expected, but so be it. You know, these topics are not always quick and easy to discuss. But I want to keep going. I was going to end it soon, but you know, we're here to digest the information. So sometimes a little food that you eat, you might eat something heavy, you know. Heavy information requires a larger amount of time to digest, you know, mentally, physically, and spiritually, and within your vessel. Your whole body is like a brain when you look at it, because you're mostly water, 70-80% water or more. Now, water, we all know, well, most of us knows, some of us know, holds energy, holds emotions, holds memory. Now, if you're mostly water, and your water holds memory, energy, and emotion, then all that energy is going to reside within you that you've been picking up on your day-to-day basis. So back to the unlocking our spiritual potential. You need to go down a path of spiritual knowledge seeking, you know, and you're probably already doing that. That's why you're here. That's why you probably got on YouTube tapping in spirituality or searching for some spiritual topic that resonates with you, that makes sense to you, because you're looking, you're searching. But it's not easy. There are things in place to stop you along your way. As well as society, we've got our own demons to fight, our own darkness, our own inner pain, scars, battle scars, things that we've been through, maybe in this lifetime or previous lifetimes, that may resurface in your life to kind of show you where you need healing, where you need to pay attention to, and what you need to learn from. That's also another way, another form, or another part of the spiritual journey, spiritual growth. It's about finding these bits within you that make you feel fear or any other emotion that's holding you back from being who you truly want to be and who you're truly meant to be, you know? Because our emotions are one of the most powerful tools in which they use to control us. Because without your emotions, you won't get into states of depression. You won't get into states of negativity and, you know, all of that stuff. When you're emotionally in tune with yourself, though, you begin to realize and move above these principalities that hold us back. But for now, I'll leave you with 5 things to look into. Number 1, look into your upbringing. Or when I say upbringing, look into yourself, you know? How you was raised, the environment you was raised with, where you came from, and everything that goes with it. Those things will tell you, you know, not even where you came from, where your family came from also. Where you came from, but also where your family came from, and your lineage. Because these things will tell you what your ancestors were doing, why you got to where you are. Because there's a path your ancestors have been paving out for you to reach where you are now. Second thing, your ancestors. Understand your ancestors. Do your ancestry by doing your ancestral research, by talking to elders, talking to your family members, talking to people who know about your family, so they can tell you about how your ancestors developed, where they came from, and what they did in their lifetimes. That's important. 3, focus on your mind clearing your mind of the toxins in society, such as media, influences, and the dream that they sell us so that we fall for the trap of society. Number 4, you want to tap into nature. The more you tap into nature, the closer you become to your divine, to God, the creator. Because when you're in nature, you see that everything is a part of a system of connectivity. Everything has a purpose. Even the smallest animals, the smallest insects, all make a big difference in this world. And number 5, educate yourself. Dive deep into spiritual knowledge. Learn everything that you can learn, but use your discernment and your wisdom to deconstruct things to a point where you understand them, overstand them, and understand them. When you understand them within, how they relate to your inner being, when you overstand it to a point where you've gone through everything now, you've seen everything from a bird's eye view. Now you can look down and see how it has had its influence in society. And when you understand, well, I don't really like to stand under things, so we just go with the basic terminology instead of this deconstructed words and etymology. Etymology is another thing we need to get into, but we'll do that in another video. But yeah, understand it. When you understand things, it makes it easier to snap out of ignorance and being in that ignorant bliss of just walking down the road like a zombie. You don't want to be zombies. You've got so much more potential than that. So tap into that. I want to add another 2 things though. Dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Because what you dream, sometimes it's you in the spiritual world, you, your spiritual guides, you, your ancestors. Dreams are important and powerful. And number 7, 6, last one is 6. 7, intuition. Use your intuition. Well, yeah, use your intuition, man. Focus on your intuition, basically. So, our intuition, our gut feeling, our 6th sense, as they call it. We got more than 6 senses, though, or 5 senses. You got your extrasensory abilities. Some of us are clairvoyant, claircognizance, clairaudience. There's so many different psychic abilities. Some of us possess them all, but your mind, your intuition will tell you what's real. You gotta feel it out. You gotta take your time and slowly process things so you can get the grip, get the grasp of reality and get the understanding and overstanding of how these things affect us. But I've gone deep into this video, but someone's ringing me and I got a few things to do today, so I'm gonna start running some errands. But we'll be back. This is Spiritual Digest. Thank you for watching this video. And if things have resonated with you, excuse me, got hiccups now. If you feel like this video has resonated with you, if you feel like you've learned something, give it a like, little comment, and tell me more about your journey. Because I'd love to know how people are going, how things are going for people in this world. Because in the spiritual streets, it's hard to find real, genuine people, Because you'll end up meeting spiritual people who are more corrupt than the government. There is a lot going on. And we're going to touch on that. Keep safe, stay blessed, stay in the divine, and walk in righteousness. Peace, Blessings. Shalom.